and welcome to the Cityballers.com podcast show. I am your host, Ron. And we're going to kick this show off right. We'll be talking about Coach Ed Reed versus Bethune-Cookman University. So this should be a good show. We'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right off into it. So I'm going to show you the videos of the Ed Reed rants. And then after that, I will show you Reggie Theus. That's the athletic director of Bethune-Cookman University. I'll let you see what he had to say. Okay, so let's jump right off into it.
I'm out here walking with the football team, picking up trash. But I'm mutting us. Man, get out of here, man. I should leave. I'm not even under contract doing this. I'm mutting us? Man, get out of here, man. They mutt me. These motherfuckers ain't even clean my goddamn office when I got here. I'm mutting y'all? Get your ass, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. All this shit here was trash in front of me. Who you think got this shit cleared out? That building right there got trash in it. It's fucking trash. What are you talking about? Need no goddamn donors to come out and help out, cause people just want money. That's why I don't fuck with social network. Fuck out of here, man. Shit, at this point, I'll do it for free. Cause I have been for the last 3 weeks. That man have too. He drove from New Orleans. Cause he believed in me and my bitch. And that man right there who flew from California less than 2 hours and got off the plane, and he was here to see the rant. He got off the plane, and what we started doing, young man? Motherfuckers! Yeah, I curse. And y'all done heard curse words before. They got parents in here. You know I don't want to leave. And like I told you, I want all these recruits. But they got some corrupt people in this world, some evil people that don't care about kids like I do. So I want y'all to hear the truth from me. I ain't withdrawing my name. I got the receipts. They got all kinds of stuff going on around here. Hoarding these buildings with nothing but trash in them. You understand me? What's up, big bro?
Hey, I love you, man. You know that, right?
Yep.
We talked about this. We talked about this. We know the structure. We know the order. We know how it was going to play out. And you've been there fighting. I know what you're feeling. I know what you're going through. You got to understand, Ed, God has a time and a place for you, my brother. And I know your heart. I know everything that's going on inside of you. You know, I know you like a book. And I know how you feel about them kids, and I know you do not want to leave those kids. So I'm praying for you right now, man, because this is going to be the toughest thing you ever had to do in your life. Sometimes, Ed, you got to walk away, my brother. I know it's tough. I know you don't want to hear it. But sometimes in life, we got to walk away.
You already know, big bro. I
You didn't let nobody down, Ed. You didn't let them kids down. You did what you was called to do, and you tried your best.
Thank you, big brother.
I love you, man. I'm here. I will be on the next flight if you need me. You know that.
Nah, you good. You handle your business. You know that. I'll give you a call.
Please. Hey, you know what God wants from you, man, and be that. Don't let them provoke you, my brother. I love you, man.
Bro.
All right.
It's Coach Prime, everybody. I really do appreciate y'all time, taking the time to come, hearing me out.
Who's telling the truth or who's stretching?
Yeah, because you can't get anything out if you're just screaming and ranting the whole time. You know, passion is, there's all kinds of different passions. You know, passion is not crying. Passion is not yelling and screaming and cussing and stomping your feet. Passion is about doing, and you know, his comments and his antics. You know, when you talk to him off camera, he's a very different person. When the camera turns on, he becomes a very different person. So I don't, you know, I'm just really surprised that he and the way he depicted me when I've only done one thing but champion Ed Reed to be the head football coach here at Bethune-Cookman. So I was a little surprised. I'm just surprised that, you know, in the way that he's been acting. I'm surprised in the sense that he made himself bigger than the university. And you know, even after he got here, and I wanted to give him a little bit of a bye.
It appears that he and his team still have some hope of pursuing this position. What would your thought on that be?
Yeah, no shot. You know, I'll ask anybody, guys at the airport, you know, just, they were kind of laughing and stuff, and they were talking about the situation. And I said, well, why don't you stand up in front of your bosses right now and have a cussing rant about how things are at your job, and see what happens after that. So even though I was
okay, and there you have it. Athletic Director Reggie Theus says he has no shot of coming back. He's done. And it was pretty much all because of what led up to this. The rants on the video, you know, the emotional rants. And hey, guys, look, I get it. Trust me, I get all of it, right? But at some point, Ed Reed probably should have had that conversation with Reggie Theus, or at least the president, and not on social media, right? I mean, something like this, it has to be handled behind closed doors. And I do get it. I get his passion, right? I get his passion because it's the kids. And he probably saw a lot of bullshit going on. And he probably, well, not probably, he just couldn't hold back. Well, so here's the thing. In football, if there's a problem on the football field and you are a captain, or you're one of the better football players out there. He was an all-pro, remember? So he can go off like that to his teammates because it's a different setting. So that's acceptable. A lot of people may not like it in that setting, but it's acceptable in that type of setting, right? But when you take it and you put it out for the world to see, now it changes. It changes the dynamic. It changes the dynamic of everything, right? So now you're going to piss a whole lot of people off on the other side at the university. So now they're going to say, you know what? Thanks, but no thanks, Mr. Ed Reed. We don't need you. And that's where we're at right now. Bethune-Cookman University does not want Coach Ed Reed back. And I do get it. I do get it because of his rants on Instagram and social media, and just hitting the press like wildfire with all of their dirty laundry being aired. So I get it. They don't want him back. But on the flip side of it, we've got to hold Bethune-Cookman University. We've got to hold them to a lot of the bullshit that's going on. We got to hold their feet to the fire because there's a lot of questions that need to be answered by that university. Like, one of the questions I have is, and I've got a long list of them. The first question I want to know is, okay, was he your coach or was he not your coach? because according to him and according to you, the university, he hadn't signed a contract yet, right? So if he hadn't signed a contract yet, then why was he allowed full access to the university campus? Why was he allowed access to a head football coach's office that really wasn't his office yet? Because he hadn't signed a contract yet. Right? So Bethune-Cookman AD Reggie Theus may say, or the president may say, well, this was all done in good faith. Well, you don't do stuff in good faith. You're a business. You're a university. They know how things work. It's all about contracts. Now, if they had that kind of relationship, which I don't think that they did, then that would have been okay. But they went to the press. You had publications printing out the new head coach of Bethune-Cookman University. It was on ESPN. It was on CBS Sports. It was all over the place that he was the head coach. Nobody knew that he hadn't signed a contract yet. Then all of a sudden, the relationship goes bad. Okay, well, by the way, he hadn't signed a contract yet, so he's not going to be our coach. Okay. It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. Another question that needs to be answered. What about the mold that's in these dorms? And they say the students were also complaining about other unsafe conditions. Where's the safety? You know, people are paying all this money to send their kids to a university. You're getting grants, you're getting student loans to go to a university, but you got crackheads walking up and down and through your campus. That question needs to be answered. You've got mold on the walls. Then they say, well, we had just been through a hurricane. That's fine. That's fine. But don't you have custodial people? Don't you have the resources to hire people to come in and clean up the mold? Because you just can't paint over mold. That has to be cleaned. We know that. So, also, in that Roland Martin show, the president spoke about Disney saying, you know, Disney called. This is what the president said. He said, well, yeah, Disney, who's one of our sponsors, called us up and wanted to know, what are we going to do about Ed Reed with him talking like that on social media? Something has to be done. Okay. So Disney is your sponsor, right? So now I'm going to go back to the previous questions. Why is there mold on the wall in these dorms? Why is there not any adequate security on your campus? Why is there trash on your campus? Why is Ed Reed there cleaning up? If you're getting money from Disney, then it seems to me, then you should have the money to pay people to clean up, or pay a company to clean up. It all makes sense to me. And I just want to know, if you've got Disney as one of your sponsors, I mean, let's not be crazy here, guys. Disney makes millions upon millions of dollars. If Disney sponsors you, you're good. Where's all that money going to? And you got other sponsors, I'm sure. What are you doing with the money? And to be honest, guys, it sounds like the real issue at hand is, it's not Ed Reed. It's Bethune-Cookman University. And instead of going out looking for a football coach, hell, you need to be going out looking for different companies to help get your university together. cleaning companies, security companies. God knows what else is going on there. Then you've got the students holding a rally, complaining about the mold on the walls, saying, and I saw it on the video. The kids are saying, and here's the chants. It was, Ed Reed was right. Bring Ed Reed back. And this is what the kids are saying with megaphones. I mean, they shut the university down protesting. So your kids are saying, well, we don't care what you think because you're not doing right by us and you're not doing right by this football coach. So you need to bring him back. So Bethune-Cookman University's got a problem. They don't want Ed Reed to come back because he embarrassed them. Well, in my opinion, Bethune-Cookman University embarrassed themselves. And the president had the audacity to come on the Roland Martin show and say, well, Disney called us up, one of our sponsors. Really, dude? You really have the audacity to bring up Disney as one of your sponsors, but you got crap and filth all across your campus. You got mold on walls. You know, I don't even care if the campus was clean. You got mold on your walls. You can die from that. Those more mold spores get in your lungs, black mold, you're done. And you're talking about lawsuits. I just think Ed Reed is not the problem. I just don't. And I get that they don't like the way he went off. But they're holding Ed Reed accountable for his rants on social media. But who's going to hold Bethune-Cookman University responsible for all of the crap that's going on, all of the mold that's on the wall, trash? Ed Reed even is on the video pointing at buildings, saying, those buildings right here, they're full of trash. Well, that means he had keys to those buildings. You gave that man full access to your university. But he didn't have a contract. How are you operating down there in Daytona Beach? I tell you right now, I wouldn't send any of my kids there. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't. And I mean, it's bad because we thought that with Deion Sanders in Jackson State, the situation was bad. It makes Deion Sanders in Jackson State situation like child's play. And then you got players saying, well, you do know we have to wash our own uniforms. We're sharing football helmets. That's unsanitary. That's nasty. Hey guys, I don't know. I think that Bethune-Cookman University has more problems than what they know of, and they need to get their acts together or get their act together really fast because the enrollment is going to drop drastically. It's going to drop. And before you know it, that university, it won't be a university, it'll be a college. And the next thing you know, it might be even a damn night school when they get finished with them. So Bethune-Cookman University, you guys, before you go out to get a football coach, take care of your foundation. You got to take care of your foundation. You got to take care of your students. They are the ones that's keeping your university afloat. They're paying money. Get the mold off the walls. Okay? And that's all I have on that subject. And that is it for me. I'm done with my rants. So top that, Ed Reed. No. I can't make a joke about that. Ed Reed was really pissed. I mean, and he had a right to be, because he really cared about the kids. Shout out to Ed Reed. Could things have been handled a little bit different? Yeah. But he's a passionate guy. And I mean, I know people saying, well, you don't yell at people, you don't curse people out, blah, blah, blah. I get that part of it. But you know what? Bethune-Cookman University, you kind of had this coming. So now that light is shined on you, and it's real hot. So now you got to make it right. You got to make it right with yourself, and you got to make it right with the students. Shout out to Coach Ken. Shout out to Coach Al. We will be back on our live podcast show coming soon. I don't know when, but just stay tuned. Watch us on Twitter. Our name on Twitter is at Cityballers. You can also catch us on Facebook up under Cityballers. You can catch us on Instagram at Cityballers, and on YouTube where you're listening to us right now. But please make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you want to send a message, you can also contact us at Cityballers.com. Okay? This is Ron signing off.